By Cara Anna, Associated Press. Nairobi, Kenya. Ethiopia's government on Monday declared an immediate, unilateral ceasefire in its Tigray region after nearly 8 months of deadly conflict and as hundreds of thousands of people face the world's worst famine crisis in a decade. The ceasefire could calm a war that has destabilized Africa's second most populous country and threatened to do the same in the wider Horn of Africa, where Ethiopia has been seen as a key security ally for the West. It comes as the country awaits the results of national elections that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed promoted as the centerpiece of reforms that won him the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize. Abiy's transformation from making peace to waging war has appalled many observers since the fighting in Tigray erupted in November. Since then, the world has struggled to access much of the region and investigate growing allegations of atrocities including gang rapes and forced starvation. Ethiopia's statement was carried by state media shortly after the Tigray interim administration, appointed by the federal government, fled the regional capital, Mekele, and called for a ceasefire on humanitarian grounds so that desperately needed aid can be delivered. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said in a statement that he had spoken with the Prime Minister and, "I am hopeful that an effective cessation of hostilities will take place." Meanwhile, Mekele residents cheered the return of Tigray forces for the first time since Ethiopian forces took the city in late November and Abiy declared victory. The Tigray fighters, loyal to the former regional ruling party that for years dominated Ethiopia's government before being sidelined by the new prime minister, undermined the declaration by waging a guerrilla war in the region's rough terrain. Ethnic Tigrayans, even those who didn't support the former ruling Tigray People's Liberation Front before the war, say they have been targeted harshly for suspected links with the Tigray fighters. Ethiopia has denied it. But Abiy in an interview aired last week alarmed observers by recalling that aid to Tigray during Ethiopia's devastating 1980s famine had bolstered the Tigray fighters who eventually overthrew the ruling regime. "Such a thing will never happen now," he said. Monday's ceasefire declaration signaled a new approach, at least for a while. The ceasefire will enable farmers to till their land, aid groups to operate without any military movement around and engage with remnants of Tigray's former ruling party, who seek peace, Ethiopia's statement said, adding that efforts to bring Tigray's former leaders to justice continue. Ethiopia said the ceasefire will last until the end of the crucial planting season in Tigray. The season's end comes in September.